Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, no.
No? What do you got there?
Drugs.
Drugs. I'm interviewing him over Orange is the New Black for my podcast.
Thank you, baby. Oh, you're the best.
You want one?
No, thank you.
I brought one for you. I just don't know which one it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't drink soda. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Orange is the New Black. I'm going to be bringing in a couple of guest stars for the show today, hearing their thoughts on the show, whether or not they've ever seen it or not. And we're also going to be talking about the show, the cast members, and my interest in the show. So let's dive in.
The animals, trap, trap, trap till the cages full.
My popularity with the show actually started a couple summers ago. I was watching it with my dad, shockingly enough, because anyone who has seen the show knows that it's very graphic with its content, and it's very, very rated R. So this means that there's nudity, there's foul language, there's foul actions. I mean, I saw someone get beat with a sock, so it's pretty intense, not gonna lie. It's really good though, and the reason that the show caught my attention was because not so long ago I was super into Prison Break, which is all about a show about a guy being falsely accused, being sent to prison, and his brother breaking into the prison because he built the prison for the guy to get his brother escaped out of prison. It's super interesting. I watched it twice. Now, Orange is the New Black is similar to this but different. The first two seasons were so good. It was so interesting because you don't know what's happening. You meet the star cast member, Piper, and she's going to prison for selling cocaine back in the day or for some drug use because she was having a lot of fun back in the day when she was trying out being a lesbian. And when she gets in prison, she actually reconnects with the person who got her in jail. It's a crazy thing. It's so good though. Like, I honestly agree to watching the show. The only thing I would say is that it's one of those, like, you're getting on the train for the show because it became very popular very quickly, and that popularity led it to become a mainstream television show versus just, oh, it's a good show to watch on Netflix. But I mean, it really is, and there's even different streaming sites you can watch it on, but we're here to talk about Netflix and Hulu, so Netflix is the go. A lot of people enjoy watching the show and or would enjoy watching it just because of the simple fact they can watch it anywhere they go. Let's go ahead and see what other people think about the show, if they've seen it or not seen it.
Hello, this is Ben Levi. So all I know about this show is that it's about women in prison.
And with only knowing that it's about women in prison, would you actually watch it?
Yeah, I think that concept would be interesting because you see a show that I used to watch called Prison Break. It was about a guy that broke his brother out of prison, and then there was like 4 or 5 seasons of it. And so I feel like having it from a women's perspective would be interesting to see how it correlates in the differences and similarities.
I watched Prison Break and then I rewatched Prison Break because I liked it so much. But that's why I think
Season 1's my favorite.
Yes, season 1's so good.
It's so good.
It has a lot of nudity in it and a lot of lesbian actions in it and drugs. Does that put you off to it? Or?
No, because like in the male prison, there's the same thing going on. There's a lot of gay stuff going on, and there's a lot of drugs going on. So it's just the same thing from different worlds, different perspectives. So I don't think it would demeanor my personal view of make it less like, oh, I'm not gonna watch because it has this.
Do you think that you would watch this show if it was available to you?
Yes.
Do you have Netflix?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Do you know it's on Netflix? You can watch it.
Okay.
Why don't you watch it?
Because I've got so many other shows that I gotta watch.
That's fair. Dane Stookey, have you ever seen Orange is the New Black?
No.
Would you ever watch it?
Probably.
Does the fact that there's naked ladies in it make you want to watch it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I've never seen this show. It just sounds like every other ones of my favorite shows.
Naked ladies?
Oh, you said ladies?
I thought you said.
Never mind, that one.
I thought you said skating.
Yeah, from a women's perspective,
Yeah, I think
it'd be interesting to see how
Naked
it correlates in
skaters
the
will make you
differences
wanna
and
watch the
similarities.
show?
Yeah,
I watched
skaters.
Prison Break and then I rewatched Prison Break because I liked it so much. But that's why I think I
Season
like
1's my favorite.
Yes, season 1's so good.
It's so good.
It has a lot of nudity in it and a lot of lesbian actions in it and drugs, does that put you off to it? Or?
No, because like in the male prison, there's the same thing going on. There's a lot of gay stuff going on. There's a lot of drugs going on. So it's just the same thing from different worlds, different perspectives. So I don't think it would demeanor my personal view of it, make it less like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it because it has this.
Do you think
OITNB. It's an American comedy drama web television series created by Shinji Kohan for Netflix. The series is based on Piper Carmen's memoir, Orange is the New Black, My Year in a Woman's Prison. This is a TV show, or a memoir. That's not a TV show, it's a memoir. It's all about her experience in a minimum security federal prison, so the show is based on a real, true life story. The title sequence to the show is actually filmed by real prison inmates, which is super cool, and not a lot of people know that. The first episode premiered on Netflix on July 11th, 2013. I have been watching the show since 2013, guys. Like, every season it comes out, I watch it every season. I haven't finished this year's season, which is pretty sad, but I've been pretty busy, so I can't really blame myself for that. Piper Chapman is a public relations executive. What? Relations executive. Okay, whatever. Public relations executive with a career and a fiance.
she's a relations executive? It's executive, that's the word, executive. Are you kidding me?
When her past suddenly catches up to her in her mid-30s, she is sentenced to spend time in a minimum security women's prison in Connecticut for association with a drug runner 10 years earlier. 10 years earlier. Let me repeat that. That was not there twice. I repeated that. 10 years earlier, she got convicted in her 30s for something she did in her 20s. I'm just blown mine. Okay, bye. This Netflix original series is based on the book of the same title, Forced to Trade Power Suits for Prison Orange. Chapman makes her way through the correction system and adjusts to life behind bars, making friends with the many eccentric, unusual, and unexpected people she meets. The cast in the show is so good. I cannot explain it. So, I am not one to be fangirly over a cast, but this cast, guys, this cast is everything. They're so broad. There's a transgender woman who is a hairdresser, and the show talks about pretty much what it's like being a transitioning trans in the prison community. Medical, healthcare, and safety is all a huge risk for them. There's a Russian cook who is a boss in the walls and outside of the walls. There's a pregnancy scare with one of the guards that turns into not a scare. There's pregnancies, rapes, there's all sorts of different things within the show. So it's very, very good. There's even different sexual rape scenes, but it's different than when you watch male side, because there's all types of male prison movies, but those are all violent and rapey on a different level because it's high hormonal men. Hormonal? Is hormones only for women? High estrogen? No, estrogen is definitely women. Hormones. He's hormonal. No, she's hormonal. Testosterone? Whatever. There's a lot of that, and so the men just are aggressive towards each other, they're picky, they're clingy, and the women, it's not that they're not aggressive with each other, but it's not rapey, it's not aggressive domination in that way. It's more genuine love and care and genuine sexual attraction, genuine sexual curiosity. So the show's very, very interesting because of that. Now, I did state that I started watching the show with my father. That was the biggest mistake I've ever made. I fell asleep shortly after, not because I wasn't interested, but because I just wanted to not be awake during that time anymore. We did not know what the show was when we started it. Definitely glad I know what it is now. Anyways, not the point. Overall, I think that this show is produced and written very well. The actresses and actors are very good, and the creators of the show take time and pride in what they do. I definitely give this show a thumbs up, and I suggest it for anyone who's interested in any prison or any chick flick drama movies. That's it for today, and join me next time for something a little different.
Signing out. Thank you for having me.
This has been Carlos with WACC TV. See you later.